Because I ain't got to go to something anyway. I got to go to work early, too. Yeah. Oh, you got to go to work early?
I got to make that money.
I know that's right. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with another video. I hope you guys had a great weekend. My weekend, it was alright. I spent a lot of the weekend sitting down trying to find a new video camera for us to record on, because this camera that I'm recording on, I hope that it works right, but I had a little accident where I fell asleep on my bed, and sometimes I have a bunch of stuff on my bed, and one thing I did not see was a jug of water that was open, and water was everywhere. I fell asleep, woke up 3 hours later, and I was soaking wet.
How did you not realize after 3 hours? Wait, you didn't tell me that part. You just told me it spilled on the camera. You were in the bed with an open jug of water.
Yes, I didn't know.
And you drank
you know how
down.
sometimes, like, I could dive just like that and just lay where it's nothing there.
But Kevin, and then on top of that, your bed's not that big. So to even not feel that, because you drink a big gallon and you didn't feel that was all in your bed?
No. All I woke up thinking I peed on myself, and I'm like, what the
I would imagine.
Like, I ain't had nothing.
I'm not on the water bed. They don't make twin water beds.
Bitch, you're trying me. Fuck you, bitch. And I wouldn't sleep on the water bed anyway.
But you sleep on a twin.
Yeah, but yeah, I sure do. He keeps trying me about that. I don't. If I get a full-size bed or a king-size bed, I won't have room to record.
Yes, you will.
So I have a twin-size.
Yes, he will. He give
and don't worry.
That cabinet like that.
But
cabinet
it's going to be nowhere to
y'all
record.
remember that Armoire and Beauty and Beast?
Mikkel, don't fill yourself too much. Now, we can record, but don't fill yourself too much. Yes, my mom bought that after the fire, and I said, well, since nobody's using it, I'll put it in my room.
Wait a minute. Can I ask you a question? Because I know you didn't do
that. Bitch, as long as you're not trying to. Oh yeah, I picked it up. It's lightweight. It's not heavy.
But you didn't pick it up by yourself.
No, me and Charlie. It's not, but it's not.
I wouldn't care if it was lightweight. I'm not picking it up. I have somebody else do it for me. I don't pick up heavy stuff.
So yeah, so the water got into the goddamn camera, and all I know I have a warranty on it. It's just like, I don't know, because once they say you still got to pay that little. Because first of all, when you have insurance on something, you still got to pay to get it fixed or get a new.
Just not as much.
Yeah, but I'm just like, no. This camera is 6 years old.
It's time for a new one.
Time for a new one. So yeah, I was just debating, and I'm hitting people up, like contacting them for what the best thing is. So yeah, that was my weekend. But I did get a chance to wind down and watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, before we get into that,
I watched it. I watched it today.
Yeah, before we get into that,
there's something else.
I want to let y'all know. Now, y'all know, August the 11th is our big day. If you have not purchased your ticket yet, the link is inside the More Info box. August 11th, I hope to see you all at the Montgomery Auditorium inside the Free Library of Philadelphia. Tickets are $25. Again, to purchase your tickets, the link is inside the More Info box below. And when you purchase your ticket, if you purchase more than one, please put your name down and for the person who you're getting the ticket for. Or if you're not sure who's coming with you, put +1 or plus whatever versus how many tickets you buy. Yeah, so what I'm about to say, yeah, I got, and also I want to give a shout out to the new sponsors. Some are re-sponsors and some are new. So I want to give y'all a shout out to Kolisha Efert, Lady Q, Ruby Woo Kisses, Mike Anthony, Abigail Ellis, Lisa Love Makeup, Queen Britt, Jamaica Watkins, Aaliyah Smith, and Rachel Harrell. Thank you all for sponsoring our channel. If you missed our sponsor video from last week, our live stream, which is the perk, we discussed the whole thing that happened with Brandy. And it was a good conversation that we had to hear from both sides and stuff like that. And if you are a sponsor or if you sponsor, all you have to do is go to the community section and click on April live stream to watch that video. So we're going to move into this video. So let's talk about The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I had a chance to watch the whole thing. Now,
the reunion.
Yes, the reunion. I had like I was watching bits and pieces of part 1 and 2. 1 and 2 really didn't give it to me, right? It was just like.
What do you mean 1 and 2? It's the third.
This is the third episode.
Well, did I miss the second one?
That was last week.
Well, what happened on last week's?
That Kim and not Kim.
Oh, Kim came
at
on.
The end,
yeah, she came on at the end.
And then
right.
Eva was there.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. I was about to say, what did I miss?
Yeah.
No, Shania never even.
Shania,
I was about to say because she
somebody
never
else.
even popped up.
It was what's her name?
She wants to
Marlo.
peach so bad.
Yeah. I mean, everybody wants a peach. Get that Bravo check. Get a cute Bravo check. But none of them ain't really been a drama to me this year. The show didn't get hot until everybody went off on Kim Zolciak.
Yeah.
And it was rightfully so that everybody went off on Kim. I did not feel no kinds of sorry for her. She talked about people. It's very irritating when you want to get with the girls or the girls want to get with you and you always want to have your husband around.
Right.
People don't want your husband around. I don't remember Greg always being around. Now, what's his name? When Cynthia was married to Peter, Peter had his ways or worked his way into a storyline, but he still, when it was time for him not to be there, he wasn't there. But he showed know how to work the drama, and he kept a peach with him and Cynthia. But he really
He did, because I feel like that's one of the reasons why she's still on the show, because her husband kept that peach for her.
Yes.
Because he was a whole drama queen.
That's a whole hot mess. And I was happy to see when it was going down, because I remember how I felt last year. Last year I felt really happy that Kim was coming back, and I could see where Kim was starting that drama with,
Nene?
No.
Sheree?
No.
Kenya?
Yeah, Kenya. It's too many people. With Kenya. And I was like, yeah, I can understand why Kim would say that Kenya is jealous of Nene, because she has everything. I mean, not Nene. Kim was jealous.
I need you to get the names right.
I can't get the fucking name. It's too many people. But y'all need to shorten the people. I'm getting upset because I can't remember. And I'm getting old, you know. So that fucks with me too.
Getting jealous of Sheree.
No. Kim was all hyped because...
No, you were saying that you could see why she thought Kenya was jealous
of Kim. Like by just saying, like, I have a husband, I have children, and we know those are all the things that Kenya worked a storyline into or trying to have, you know, with other people, and it just never worked. So I felt myself on her side, but then, like, a year later, like, it's still... I didn't feel like no different than seeing them go back and forth. I didn't feel no difference. I said, yeah, that was the case. But now, Kenya, you're saving graces now that you're married, but no one has seen any documents to prove that you're really married. So this could be another storyline, or you work in another storyline just to keep your peace safe. Like you said, you was married, but then when they were talking about, can we have cocktails? Yeah, can we have cocktails? I mean, you said you was pregnant, and you said that, can we have cocktails? Why would you ask for cocktails if you're pregnant and someone carrying your baby? You know, it's just stuff like that happened during this
out too. So
yeah,
Kenya, you're pregnant.
It's stuff like that this was like, okay. But I love seeing the dynamic of Nene and Kim. Not Kim. Nene and Kenya tag teaming each other. Kenya gets up and say, well, you know, can I sit over here, Andy, because I can't hear her behind this wig. Bitch, I'm so
And she actually got up and went to go sit
yes.
on
I'm sorry.
And they really did tag team.
Yeah, they tag teamed the fuck out of her. And
then it was no coming back from it. Then they tagged Candy in.
Yes. Candy got tagged in, and Candy went in. Talking about, why would you say that I licked your box? I mean, all of that stuff that you did, Kim, you planted all of those seeds. And like I said on Twitter, I don't know why this tweet went viral. I mean, got like 5,000, not retweets, but likes. I told her, you reap what you sowed because you planted all of these seeds with each and every one. And then what happened was you got on camera, you said you didn't say this and you didn't say that.
And lied about that.
And you lied about everything. And all of it just bloomed in your face all at once, and you just wasn't ready for it. And you didn't know how to handle it. So you reap what you sowed. And I mean, everybody went off on you, and you tried to come for Cynthia. Even Cynthia was like, bitch, you're not coming for me today. This is not going to work. You're not going to win. And I do have a backbone, and all of this and that. And it is true that Cynthia, you do blow when the wind blows, but this time you were trying to secure that peach.
But you know what's so funny? Because I thought it was very interesting at the end when she went in the bathroom and cried her eyes out, and then when she was talking about the racism part, like racism is not even all that real, and I'm like, why isn't anybody calling her out on that?
I really think that she was coming from the standpoint of what they said about her in the past on the show.
Which I agree. But then as she was still talking, when she was saying, but you know, it's not, racism is not even blown up all like that. It just doesn't make sense to me because I'm thinking like, huh? Like you're not making sense.
I hope that she was not talking about racism as in racism don't exist in like the world or just here in the United States, and that it's because she was saying like a lot of things was bullshit. I guess Todrick.
I definitely don't think she's racist. But she just...
I think she has racist ways, and the way that she was speaking last night.
I didn't like when she said, and I had 5 African American women all coming at me.
She made it about race.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Because I'm thinking, like, what does that have to do with anything?
And she thought that she was going to get sympathy from anybody, and she didn't get sympathy. She didn't get sympathy from Andy, and she didn't get sympathy from Sheree. And Sheree, you should have said something to her while she was talking about all of that. Like, what does the race have to do with it? Because they all get to bitch. And Kenya, at one point, Kenya was getting it from everybody. And Kenya didn't look at it as, 5 African American women attacked me. Kenya always say, you know, I'm not going to fight you, but I will fight you with my words. And when they come at her, she always has a response for everything that's being said to her. Kim, you talking about, they were all attacking me at once. I couldn't even get nothing then. You didn't speak about anything positive. Andy told you, well, you didn't give us anything positive. Right. You're going around talking about how many roaches that Nene has in her house. You posted this video. You put the videos out there. Then you was talking about so-and-so's house. And then you were disrespectful to Evo at her own birthday party / Halloween party. You just did a lot of things and said a lot of things that people were not having, and they couldn't wait to see you at the reunion, because you know people don't know what's being said about them until it comes out on the television. So from the episodes that they seen, I'm pretty sure the ones that they get in advance before the reunion, they were ready to attack, and that's exactly what happened. But Kim, don't try to make this about no race, because all of them get it. Even Portia was getting it this season from everybody. Mm-hmm. Nobody wanted to record with Portia because nobody could trust Portia because the shit that she said about Candy. But I love to see Candy. I love seeing Candy get into it, like, because she was just waiting her turn.
But Portia definitely had a backbone.
Yeah,
because she just was chiming in when you go, why is she chiming into them? I mean, she was at the reunion just going off. Like, she was letting y'all know, like, bitch, bye. Yeah. Candy, bye, because you always want to play the victim. I love that side of Portia. I wish more of that would have came out during the season. But, you know, hey, I feel like next season's going to be a good season. They were trying to secure that beat. The only one that didn't is Sheree. And you guys, from this reunion, you can see why. She was just like, she was stunned, off guard, off the questions that people were asking her. And she was just like, I knew that she was going when they were talking about Tyrone, and then he brought up the fact that her daughter was like, why would you even want to be with this prisoner? Like, and you trying to make up excuses on why you want to be with him. I just like. And she said that if he doesn't get out in 2 years, she's going. Girl, you should have been going when he went to jail. And I'm not talking about with no batteries. Sheree, you are fine enough to get some kind of dick in Atlanta. Yeah. I mean, everywhere. She's a nice looking woman with a nice body and everything. She's a very nice looking woman. I don't know coin. She should have been secured her bag a long time ago. You getting old. I wonder what it dries up now. Come on. Hey. I'm just saying. Listen. Speaking from experience? Not mine. You're trying to. Because this, as long as you still. Don't even look down. I got some soup down there. Oh, that from that soup. Don't talk. I thought that was. No! You. Now you know I don't play those games. I told you. On that, no. So anyway, I mean, but hey, and but I don't play those games. Y'all speak me in your mind. Yeah, make sure y'all get those tickets for the show. Woo-wee. Yes. So, yeah, the Housewives gave me everything I wanted. I'm just not here for Kim's white tears and trying to do that racism stuff. So Kim's not going to be on it. See, for what? So then who's going to be enemies next season? Because I hope it's not them all trying to gang up on Portia. No, they need somebody to argue. They need new people. I think they need new people. Yeah. They need to bring Frazier back. I mean, that could be interesting. That would be an interesting storyline. And I wonder how her children are doing too. I'm kind of not worried, but I think I thought about season 11. Yeah, now that's as long as she come back better than how Sheree came back. Because when Sheree came back, they didn't even give her a peach. She still was a friend of the show. So, the bone. Because Portia, because Phaedra and Candy got some real words to be had because they were real friends, and then you can always see Candy crying and stuff like that. I don't want to see her cry no more. She will cry to drop her head. I don't want to see her cry no more though. Yeah. I mean, but that will never not happen because Candy will cry over everything. I mean, did you remember watching the Escape thing? Candy was just crying over all kinds of stuff. Yeah. I'm going to be 15 minutes late. Where is she 15 minutes late? I try. Oh, God, shut up. The fuck? Girl. She's a crybaby.
Don't hurt her feelings.
Yes, I would not. That's somebody I would not want to be friends with because she just cries.
She would make a great actress if she knew how to put the waterworks on at the time. You know, I mean, she has been doing acting. I didn't see her in Chicago, but shout out to Wendy. Yeah, so we're done with the Housewives until next week. They're doing their 10th anniversary show on Bravo next week, so I'll be checking that out. And
what 10th anniversary?
For the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's just, you know,
What are they doing it? Were they showing old clips?
Like, I guess old clips and stuff like that. But the funny thing is, when they show how Nene used to look, I didn't see nothing wrong with her. That was the authentic. I love that Nene.
Yeah, but she's rich now.
Yes, I thought she was so real. Yeah, well.
But you know what? One of my all-time favorite scenes from this 10 years of Housewives of Atlanta was a few seasons back. Kim was trying to learn how to sing.
Yes!
And the lady told her, I don't think you hear this. She said something to the effect like, I don't think you hear yourself or something like that, or I think you may be a little deaf. Yeah. And I was just like, bitch, jam was over. And remember, that's the season when she got that girlfriend.
Yes, Kim was doing the most. I mean, but it was fun. That was the fun.
And that's when she was a mess. And with her big ugly wigs.
And she's like, whoa. I can't even get into it. But I'm trying to find it because I know
And she was dead.
Wait.
Serious.
This is my remote. I can't find my remote.
That was the thing, Kevin.
I'm going to see if I can find it on this next spot.
That was the thing, Kevin.
What?
She was dead serious.
Yes.
And by the way, while you're looking for that, the Shade Room just posted Emily B and Fabulous was spotted at Coachella together. And here it is. And Emily B doesn't know her worth. And that's just all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
She doesn't know her worth. Yeah. She doesn't know her worth.
Bitch, you gonna knock my teeth out?
Okay.
Oh, I can't find. I probably gotta go on Hulu or something. But yeah, I'll find it. Don't worry about it. I gotta find the mute button first, and then I know my Xbox and my bed, my thing about the time. But since we're on the topic of race and stuff like that.
Since we're on the topic of race and stuff like that, like he said.
Yeah, we're on all of those subjects. Over the weekend, well, on Friday night, or it could have been Thursday, I think it was more Friday, Todrick Hall released a video to YouTube. And it's called I'm Not Black Enough. And in this video, he discusses, he discusses his private life and, you know, his entertainment life here on YouTube and the things that he's done all around the world entertaining people. And it was basically a response video to Justin Jay's video titled, I guess he said like Todrick Hall sees color now. And basically it was a classy response to Justin's ignorance on the matter of who Todrick Hall dates and the videos that Todrick Hall makes. Now, I think that there were valid points, and as Mikel and I both discussed, there were valid points on both sides, and something that we all can see is that, you know, Todrick Hall dates white men, and he's not, I've never seen him date a black man. I'm not saying he's not dating a black man or haven't, but he's clearly, like, he's open to dating outside of his race, which I find nothing wrong with. And Justin also claimed he's find nothing wrong with. But when you say you don't have a problem with someone dating outside their race, you don't call people outside their race mayonnaise skin and say all kinds of hateful things out of your mouth about another race, because if they were calling us all kinds of names, which I'm not going to sit here and say, you would be upset with it. And I mean, the whole world would be upset that someone says it. So why is it okay for you to say that about someone else's race? And you got to remember, people watch your videos, and you never know who's watching, and hearing you spew that hate out like that. So
well, hopefully that's a teachable moment for Justin. Because when I watched the video and I saw what he said, I just kept saying to myself, he doesn't realize that there could be somebody potentially watching him.
That's a fan and maybe wanted to sign him or anything.
Right, and him saying stuff like that. But what I wanted to say regarding that topic is, I talked to Todrick. Todrick texted me Friday morning. Yes, yeah. Todrick texted me Friday morning. And Todrick is actually here in Philadelphia right now. He wanted to come on the show. He wanted to come on our show to talk about this particular subject. But unfortunately today he couldn't be here because our schedules are kind of conflicted. He's having a show and whatever the case may be. But he and I talked, and, you know, I told him, listen, whoever it is that you decide to date, that's your business.
Yeah.
And you're never going to hear me say, why are you this, that, and the third. That's your business. Now, I do have a problem, and I'm not saying that this is Todrick, but what I'm saying is I do have a slight issue with people who feel as though they can't date in their own race. Because then I feel like...
Yeah, I seen your post about that.
Because I'm thinking, like, how do you not even love the beautiful skin that you in and even want to be with a beautiful, you know, person that has your skin? With that being said, that's totally different from somebody dating both their race and outside of their race, which Todrick says he does. That's something totally different. I'm speaking on somebody who just simply does not date black people if they're black. Or somebody who's white and they don't date white people at all. I'm just like, oh, that's a little weird. But whatever. But I feel like while Kevin and I today, we were talking and we were discussing this topic, I said to Kevin, I said, I see some point. Now let's just be clear. I don't necessarily agree. I don't agree with Justin Jay's video. I don't agree with it because I think that it came off. I don't know. It came off real mean.
It came off mean, and it came off like he is jealous of someone. And I can tell you.
Well, let me just say this.
Go ahead, say what you were about to say.
Because it came off mean, and I felt like if Justin Jay and Todrick said the same thing, if he had worded and said had his delivery a little differently, I think maybe a lot of people would have been like, you know, okay. But it just came off really, really mean. And as I was watching, I was like, Dad, like I can see what you're saying and where you're coming from, but I can't necessarily agree with you because you sound so mean, and I don't want to be the one that's agreeing with somebody who's just being mean. I don't want to be that person agreeing with them. But I think, and Todrick addressed it in his video, a lot of people in the past have kind of questioned whether or not Todrick Hall was even attracted to black men, because we see in a lot of his video, a lot of people, majority of the people that he have in his videos are Caucasians. That's who if that's who he surrounds himself with, those are his friends, whatever the case may be. But I'm not going to say that I've never seen anybody black that he worked with, because I've been to his shows, I've seen a lot of his stuff, and he has had African Americans in his shows as well as in his videos. But I think a lot of people are like, well, majority of the people in his stuff are Caucasians, which can be true. But for whatever reason, that's who he chooses to have in his videos. That's who he chooses to have in his videos. And like Todrick said, he's not ignorant to the fact that there are people who have said this about him in the past. He's not ignorant to it. He's, you know, he let everybody know that he has no problem with dating African American men. He's dated African American men in the past, and he supports Black Lives Matter. He supports all the African American causes. He just does not really he doesn't really see why people would think that he's totally ripped up his black card and just like, oh, I don't want anything to do with the black community. He's like, that's not the case at all. Now, me, I don't care who Todrick Hall dates. I don't care. I don't care if he's white, black, Asian, Latino. I don't care, okay? I don't care. And I never in my mind thought like, I wonder who his boyfriend is, because I don't care. As a matter of fact, as many times as Todrick and I have talked in the past, have seen each other, I don't think I've ever asked him who his boyfriend was, because I don't care. You know, but Justin Jay saw something in a video, and it kind of, you know, and it also threw him off because I think he claimed that in the video that Todrick had with the black guy was looked at as a thug, and Justin took offense to that as well.
Yeah, now I haven't seen
the video either.
The video,
yeah,
or the whole thing where he says that this is the idea of the video. Right. So you shouldn't form an opinion until you've seen that whole video album thing.
But I don't know if Justin has seen the whole thing.
No, and that's what because Justin was so ready to pounce. Right. And then, you know, after Todrick made that video, Justin did, because I was ready for Todrick today. Justin did a whole a web post, and he posted all of these videos, I guess, of Todrick's past, and which kind of says that he says this supports his statement. But to me, that wasn't where your video was coming from. Mm-hmm. Your video was about attacking a black man for dating white people. And when you say like, oh, you don't know what it is to be betrayed, or you don't even know what it is to date black men, that's the hateful side. That's the jealous side that I hear. But then when I hear stuff like, you know, you're sexualizing black men, I think that we've been sexualized over forever. Sexualized, used for our strengths, like just period, the black man. That's how we've always been treated. But I can see a little bit where he was coming from that video. But overall, I think it would have just been better if he wouldn't have had his hateful side come out, or the side where he doesn't like to see black men with white men and that kind of stuff. He doesn't like it at all. Because I used to watch his videos. Who? And Justin. Okay. If you pay attention to his videos, he doesn't like it, period. He's
what?
Like black men and white men. It bothers him. Yes, it really does bother him. So, you know,
he doesn't like interracial dating, period.
Not really, no.
He's not into that.
No. But see, this is my thing. Who anybody dates or who anybody fuck, that's nobody's business. Mind your business. I mean, and even on this show, like, even though it's not really my business, I do question, you know, like, why all the Kardashians.
But can I say something real quick? That's interesting that you said that, because I didn't know, because I don't watch Justin Jay's videos. So I used to. But I'm just saying, I never did. So I don't really know how he is as a person, other than what I was told about him, and I still can't form that opinion because I still haven't met him. But what I will say is, by you saying that he's not really a fan of interracial dating, to me, and this is just me, and a lot of people may not agree, but this is me, I feel like it is true, and a lot of black people don't think it's true, but I feel like it is true when it's put out there that black people can be racist. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like me in today's age, in 2018, I can't imagine me saying that I don't want to see a black person dating a white person, because that ain't, I'm not no better than a white person saying they don't want to see a white person dating a black person. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? That's the ignorance in it. And for me to be able to say that, and then people say, oh, well, that's not being racist, but that is. That's very much so being racist. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I can't go to work and say something like that. Yeah. I can't go to work and say, I don't want to work with that person because they're white. Because then what's going to happen? I'm going to be fired because I'm being racially discriminated. It's going to be a whole bunch of things. So I think that whole statement of black people can't be racist, I think that's not a true statement.
I think it's more of a prejudice thing. Because racism comes from, you know, how can I say this? When you are racist, it's because your race is superior. Mm-hmm. That's where it comes from. So we are not superior as in class, size to whites.
Or prejudice.
So we prejudge you because you're white, because we know, well, you know, I don't want to go there. Yeah, but yeah, you know.
Yes, I get what you're saying. You know. And you ain't got to say it, I get it.
Yeah.
But I just feel like that's an ignorant statement to make. And in 2018, I could care less if you dating somebody outside of your race. The only issue is, I feel like if you feel as though you don't want to date somebody black at all, because you feel like as a black person, another black person is not worthy to be my spouse, and I'm just like, but we're so beautiful, our skin is so beautiful, it's so lovely, like why wouldn't you want to be with another black person? Not saying you can't date a white person, not saying you can't date a Latino, because I done cut up with Latinos. I ain't really cut up with the white folks, but I done cut up with I cut up with some Latinos, okay? Mm-hmm. But I just love black. Yeah. I just love black. And to hear and to see some black people out there really feel like I don't want to date anybody black, it's just a little weird.
When you say that, when you hear mayonnaise skin, what do you think they think about white people?
Who?
When you hear mayonnaise skin, and this is something that was said on that video numerous times from Justin, that's a hate.
Yeah, that is that is. That's why I said when I watched the video, because I watched it by myself, when I watched it, I said to myself, as old as he, and I don't know how old Justin is, but I said to myself visually, I said, as old as he is, he should know better. He really should, because there's a lot of times where I say things on this show, or we say things on the show, and sometimes I'm like, oh my God, why the fuck did I say that? I'm old enough to know better. I'm old enough to know better, and I tried my hardest not to say it again. But I felt like he was strong in his mayonnaise statement, and it was just like, I don't give a hell.
And then not knowing how to play spades.
Who don't know how to play spades?
That's what he was saying in his video, that he brought up that he's sure that Todrick doesn't know how to play spades.
Well, bitch, I don't know how to play them either.
Bitch, well, you know what? I'm ready to play some spades this weekend.
I don't know how to play spades. As a matter of fact, if we can go a little step further, Justin and all you other black folks out there, I don't know how to play cards. And a lot of black people get upset with me because why you got to let me envelope?
Oh no, bitch.
It's something
because you know it's Pride weekend.
It's something mine.
Oh no, bitch.
Oh, I was about to say.
No, bitch. Because when I went to the bank today to get your check.
Oh yeah, yeah, get yours. Listen,
I said these ain't nothing but ones because I'm ready for some spades this weekend.
Or the Pride weekend. Oh, but anyway, or somebody's church, either one. Church or church club.
I'm ready for some spades.
Because all the ones in church. Listen, I was a trustee, man. But anyway.
I know. I won't be staying there. Trust.
Listen. But I don't know how to play cards, period.
Yes.
So when I get around a bunch of black people who start playing cards and they be like, you want to play? I'm like, no, I don't know how to play cards. And they be like, well, you don't know how to play cards. I'm like, well, I don't know how to play cards. I just don't. And cards is one thing that I never learned how to play because I was never interested in playing.
Yeah.
So therefore, I was never interested in playing. Like, for instance, people who know me personally know I have no games on my phone. I don't play games. I just...
Oh, you know I love...
Yeah. I just don't play them. I could sit there and... While you playing cards or games and be on my phone all day and wouldn't dare be interested in what you're doing because I'm not interested in it.
Yeah, but I hope that, you know, at first I'm not going to lie. I was going to be petty and be like, well, I hope that Todrick doesn't invite Justin on his platform and stuff like that. But I think that maybe Todrick can open his eyes to where, you know, just be like, you shouldn't speak that way, or, you know, it's okay to have a difference of opinion. But, you know, to have that conversation, I do think that is something that needs to be had. But if you're going to come at somebody, you got to come at them right. And not be like, oh, well, I can tell something was wrong because I looked at your eyes and I thought you was wearing color contacts and he wasn't. I mean, Todrick basically got Justin together in a classy way. And I would just, I really think that they should have that conversation. So when Todrick goes to Atlanta, maybe Justin should be on there. And I think it would probably be a classic reading session, and I don't know.
But can I say this? Can I say this too? It's so. And I was thinking about Todrick. We too also got to remember his audience. 95% of his audience is white.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
but see, I have to think about that. Now, see, now this might not even sound right.
Go ahead. Teach me.
I think that certain people of our race, they do only they reach white people, but to me it's the personality thing that I don't like too much, because I feel like some of them cater towards the white people. They don't cater towards their race. They don't make it like everybody thing. But
could it be, and I'm not taking up for anybody, but could it be because, and this has been true for a long time. Now, because 2017, 2018, it seems like things are shifting because black people have been showing up and showing out, especially for things like the Black Panther. But could it be because a lot of whites will financially support some people more than some African Americans will? And what I mean by that is, we ain't got no problem and no shame with saying that we will bootleg something in a minute. We ain't got no problem with saying that. But white people were like, I don't give a fuck if it's $25 I got to pay for the CD, I'm going to pay that $25. But black people, we're like, $25? If we find somebody on the sub that's selling it for $10, we're going to buy that bootleg for $10. Could it be that? Because we've noticed in the past that a lot of our favorite artists, they started out straight R&B, and then as they grew, like my girl, she started switching over to pop. Not saying that
she hasn't forgotten who she is.
No, she hasn't. But her her audience has expanded. But for somebody like Todrick, I think maybe because a lot of his content doesn't appeal to African Americans, and so therefore, maybe one of the things, and this would have been an excellent conversation between Justin and Todrick, and maybe it still can, but maybe one of the things Todrick can look at is with his shows and with his music, expanding it so that everyone would latch on. Now, don't get me wrong, he's doing very well with the audience that he has. He really is, because he's really, like he said in his video, he's really selling out shows. I've been to one of his shows, and I mean, those people go crazy for him. Like, they really do. I went to one of his shows, and I was saying to myself, wait a minute, is this Todrick Hall or is this Justin Timberlake? Because these people in this audience are screaming for him, and I'm like, dang, he really is doing the damn thing. But maybe if he would like more African Americans, I don't know, but maybe if he would like to expand, he should think about maybe some of the content and some of the ways he does his show.
And I think, and he also brought that up on a video where he was talking about the content of that he used to do in the past. Because remember, he wanted us to be a part of that Beauty and the Beat video, and we said no. Because we're not going to be acting feminine and all of that stuff. Like, no, we're not doing that.
For those of you that didn't know that, his Beauty and the Beat video, he asked us to be a part of it, and we thought about it, and we were just like, nah. Because it really wasn't us. It wasn't us. And that video did do very well. It did very, very well. But we were fine with it doing well without us. Because it wasn't what we were trying to do for us in our show. And sometimes you have to think long and hard, because I know a lot of times people will jump on the first train that comes, like Kevin did a few weeks ago when we went to New York. The first train that comes, the first train that comes, because they feel like, oh, it'll get me there faster to where I want to be. But it's not always a good thing to get on the first train that comes to get you there faster where you want to be, because somewhere along that ride, somebody's going to come to you and say, sir, you on the wrong train. And that's what happened to Kevin. Sure, and so therefore, we didn't want to be told we on the wrong train, because this is not even how y'all do things on your platform. So why would you switch it up? And that's just, if it's making sense to anybody.
Right. I just do it. And right. So but
shout out to him and his video, because it was very successful.
Yeah. But you know what though, when I think about the race thing, like, because we were just talking about black people who cross over with the white audience, but it just seemed like, to me, like their personality, it felt like their personality wouldn't be like they could connect with the black community, or like some people just feel like, oh, I don't want to be like that. It's just, some of it feels buffoonery from what I've seen from black people that have really crossed over. And I'm not saying no names, because I ain't into that. I ain't trying to do that. But something I did over the weekend is, not over the weekend, but Thursday, I talked to her, because we have a new YouTube partner manager. And she looked at our videos, and she just was like, she was able to compare these with the people who are watching versus the non-subscribers. And guess what? She said, Kevin, I don't know why, but she said, it's equal. The people that's not subscribed to your channel, the people that are subscribed, it's like even the popular videos. So I'm going to ask y'all, if y'all watching and you're not subscribed to the channel, why aren't you subscribed? Why haven't you subscribed? What's stopping you from subscribing to our channel? Because it's the likes and videos, it's all the same. Normally it would be different videos that pique different people's interest, but they're all the same. And I just could not believe it. And then she showed the search, like when people search, you come up, like they search on the Skorpion show, and this is 9 subscribed. Why haven't you subscribed? Right. Like, yes, we've been doing our thing for a long time. We have been doing it for a long time, but that doesn't mean that we should quit, because a lot of people are like, oh, well, you should stop doing, why should I stop?
You know what's so weird? Maybe I can speak to some of those folks who don't subscribe. And this is so weird, because I'm sitting here thinking about it, and I am one of those people who don't subscribe. Now, I'm not big on watching YouTube shows or anything like that. I'm not, because when I go on YouTube, I look for the view, I look for songs and all that type of stuff. I don't look for shows to actually sit down and watch, unless it's like something like The View or something like that. But for me, when I do come across certain channels that I like, I will watch their videos. I will turn their videos off when I'm done. I'll think about their videos a few days later, and then I'll type the name in and go to the page. But I never ever subscribe. And it's not something like, oh, I don't want to subscribe. It just never comes to mind to subscribe. And there may be a lot of people out there like me who are just like, I never even think to subscribe. I hear you say it all the time. And trust me, you're not the only one that says subscribe. All the other people who I've come across, they always tell people, if you watch and subscribe. But I'm just like, when I hear people subscribe, prime example, I think when I hear people subscribe and people who watch who don't subscribe, when we hear you and other people say subscribe, it's kind of like how you are on a plane when you don't pay attention to the emergency information. We hear you say it, but we're not even paying attention to you saying it.
Yeah.
I think that is for a lot of people. They just don't really consciously think to subscribe, because it's like, well, what the heck am I subscribing for? If I can just type your name in, and because a lot of people don't necessarily watch us on a regular the way other people do. Some people only watch us when they think about us. Like, oh, let me go type them in and see what they got to say. And I'll watch this video, and then I won't think about them for a month, and then I'll type them in. That's just how a lot of people are. Now, I can only speak for those individuals who kind of think like me. Because to be honest with you, I'm only subscribed to about maybe 3 channels on YouTube. And I've had my YouTube channel for years, and that's us and 2 other people who I probably never even go to their page ever again. But that's just how I am. I don't think about that. But that is a good question to ask. Maybe some people out there who...
Yeah, I mean, because I was like, wait a minute. Especially when we did that Kaya T.S. Magic, when we had them Jose Cuervo's. That was our best video of the year to date. But that video was off the charts, like with subscribers and non-subscribers watching. Like all of the top 10 like from this year, like I don't know. So I don't know how many times to subscribe or get the notification bell, because when we were looking at stats, it was just like, okay, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like, it says like based on the stuff that are versus other YouTubers, like we have a very loyal fan base when it comes to people that watch. 80% women, 20% men. It's just like, well, where does the getting people to subscribe part click in? And then I say, okay, so where does we're going to do some more stuff because I want some more money, So it's like, it's a whole bunch of stuff. But I love this YouTube thing. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not really concerned about what other people do on their channel, who they date, who whatever. But I also want to say one thing about dating outside your race. When you're black, make sure whoever you date, make sure that they are aware of the social injustices that you face just for being your skin color. Make sure that they're ready to deal with that. And, if you deal with something like that, make sure that they're able to empathize and sympathize with you, because some people don't. And some especially I know for men, some men that date white men that's black, most of the time they only just want the BBC, which is the big back cock. And, yeah, that's all they're concerned about. It's not even about anything else. So you need to be sure of who you date and make sure that it's real. Not no fake shit, okay? Don't be someone's...
Have you ever dated a white guy who had a BBC?
No, I never even dated a white guy.
Have you ever been with a white man who had a BBC?
Not really, no. I'm just being honest.
Well, then that answers your question.
Well, but a lot of places, see a lot of faces. Hell, we fuck with different races.
Have you ever been with another race outside of a black person who had a bigger BBC than a black person?
Yes.
Okay. What was the nationality?
Latino.
Were they circumcised?
I don't see so many. Jesus. Oh God. But most of them that were born here
are circumcised.
But then they look at me, they say, but what
I was going to say it.
They say, but what happened?
No, I had it on the front.
I mean, go ahead.
Next subject, because I don't want to talk about your penis. I don't want to talk about your penis. I want to talk about that.
Hey, it's natural, okay?
Yeah, well, yeah, for a hippopotamus.
No.
Next subject.
Next, we ain't got too much time, but listen. We got to the main stuff. Okay, so the
what is this?
Janet Jackson's going back on tour.
Oh, I know
she
that's
released
right.
her tour dates. She released some new promo pictures, and they are beautiful. And Janet's doing mostly like she's doing a lot of festivals this summer. So make sure you head over
I'm
to.
surprised she's not going to be at Essence.
She is.
Oh, she's
headlining.
Yeah, I know that's right. Go ahead, Janet.
That's why I say she's doing her little festival.
Go ahead, Janet. Yes, sir.
And so go to janetjackson.com for information. Now she's coming to Hershey Park. Now I'm not sure I'm going to Hershey Park. I don't know. I might try to get to the one in New York City at some. It's called the Panorama thing. I don't know. I've never been, and I don't really do a lot of people, so that's not my thing. But we'll see what happens this year. Shania Twain, she tried.
No, that's a name that I don't think we've ever talked about.
Okay,
on this show.
And I love me some old school Shania Twain music from like 20 years ago. Because, I mean, she had a bunch of hits, and like if you put on the greatest hits, most likely I'll know some of the songs to be able to sing the chorus, most of them. But she released it. She did an interview, I believe, with The Guardian magazine. She did an interview with them saying that had she been able to vote in 2016 for Donald Trump, she would have voted. Now keep in mind, Shania Twain is from Canada, so she cannot vote in our election. So,
and she would have voted for Donald Trump.
She said she would have voted for Donald Trump because he's offensive but honest. And I mean, she said a whole bunch of other shit. And then once the gays and the girls got a whiff of what she said, she put out a statement apologizing on Twitter.
They always do.
Yeah.
But they never. But they said what they meant.
Yeah, she said what she said.
Yeah. Yeah.
She said what she said.
Yeah.
And Shania, I'm just disappointed because.
Well, it's a good thing you can't vote.
Yeah. Because this is, I mean, she would have been helping. But it's like, girl, after all the things you done heard about our president in 2018 and 2017, and you still got the nerve to break your neck to say, if he was running for election, I mean, if I could have voted, I would have voted for him. Right. Like, that's stupid. That's stupid to say. Right. And you upset the gays, you upset it, your friends that's maybe from overseas, that's here.
Because they don't like him either.
Yeah, the trans community. Like, a lot of people. I mean, I don't even want to say the people that like Donald Trump. Because I don't even get that face off that screen. You tried it.
Hey, little motherfucker, that's
get her off of here. I don't even.
my name always trying to be little one motherfucker that's ugly. Like,
Mattel, you're
you
trying
sitting
it.
up there eating and depressed over a nigga that's ugly, bitch. You just eating just to be eat. Nigga, you lying to a hoe to get some money, bitch. That's ugly because you a man and you supposed to motherfucking work. Bitch, it's a lot of ugly shit going on. But ain't nobody addressing that shit, though. Ain't nobody addressing that shit, though.
Yes, you ugly bitch. Baby, and then she got the nerve to be sitting on camera with her hair looking like that. If y'all want to see what I was just watching, go to my I was about to say go to my X2 page. Go to my
Do you have L page?
I don't know why I thought that.
Hey.
Go to my Instagram page. Jesus.
He said, I'm not only a client. Okay. I have videos. Go ahead, Mikkel. Hold on. I think I found it.
Found what?
The episode.
Of what? Of what I was talking about?
Yes. Look at them. They look natural back in the day.
Was Phaedra on by that time?
Yes.
She was?
Yeah. You ain't just see her holding up a peach?
Yeah, but I don't think that was the season. So Phaedra was on when she was doing Tardy for the Party?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Phaedra came in season 2.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
They
wow.
are old. Like Candy and Phaedra came in the same season. Yeah. So Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams, girl, you came for the Clark sisters, and the gospel community was not here for you. And I mean, they let you have it, Wendy. I mean, I didn't even feel sorry for you. You made a video apologizing, saying that you wanted them to come to the show, you would pay for everything, and all of that. What you should have done is apologize. You didn't even say you didn't really say that you didn't seem apologetic. You made it seem like the girls are talking, and I just want to fix this. And that was just a PR stunt that you tried to pull. But hopefully, the Clark sisters do take it up, because I mean, ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of free promotion and to sell some stuff that you guys have. But to question whether the Clark sisters are number one, that shows that they are number one to you because you brought them up when you talking about Snoop Dogg. So I didn't understand why you would tell them to step their game up.
Right.
I mean,
we're talking about the legendary Clark sisters.
Yes.
So legendary that they don't ever have to have another number one.
No.
They don't yeah, they're legendary. That's a legendary gospel group.
Yeah, Wendy tried it.
Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Yeah. And I don't really listen. Y'all know I don't even know all those gospel artists. But I do have their live One Last Time album on my, I thought that was my thing. But on my iTunes, I have it. Because I've seen their story on Unsung. They were like one of the first people to ever have an Unsung. And it was just a great episode. And, you know, I had a lot of questions and stuff. But I really, really enjoyed it. And I really fell in love with Dorinda because she looks like a young lady. I mean, she looks very young, but I didn't know she was older than what she appeared. So I said, oh, she's hip to the style. She knows what's going on and everything.
They call her the young Maddie Moss Clark.
That's her mother.
Because she the way she sings and the way she delivers is just like the way her mother did. Her mother was a great gospel choir director. She could direct a fucking choir. And she played no games. With them thick glasses and that bun in the back of her head, Dr. Maddie Moss Clark played no games. And she raised legends. What's going on right here?
I thought that was the episode that was it.
I didn't think about it.
Yeah, so Wendy, girl. And then, you know, of course, the Clark sisters, they was releasing different little Instagram clips. And Kiera Shear, who's the daughter of Karen Clark Shear, she wrote Wendy a nice nasty letter. You know, it was just, Wendy, you really tried it. But I do hope that you really do try to fix it. And invite them on. And even invite Kiera on. Let them all get their little gospel shine on the Wendy Williams show. Right. I mean, but that Lexi TV girl, she told her.
Oh, that's who it was. Oh, that's who I was that I was watching about her grandmother, Lexi TV. Oh. I didn't know you knew who she was.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't know.
She's kind of like a comedian thing. I seen her on the YouTube streets.
Yeah, I didn't know you knew who she was. That's my girl. We follow each other. Every Sunday she'll post something, she'll leave a comment on my page because I'll post something, you know. And she always posts every Sunday, people need to get up and go to church. Yeah. And I'm going to start tagging you her posts.
Don't
And she be getting the girls together. Oh, so you was out last night at the club? Oh, you got drunk? But you can't get up. She be getting the girls together. I was like, yes, Lexi, you better read.
I mean, if I can make it to church drunk, anybody could. Not drunk.
I want you to make it to church.
Not drunk. You know what I'm saying? Waking up.
Right.
Oh, but I'm getting in there. I can't find it.
I know, but I don't remember what season. Who's that? Because he looks familiar. Like, I remember him. Him. Who was he?
They're in Africa.
Oh, I don't know. Keep scrolling. Damn, I cannot remember who was on there.
Oh, this when she met.
No, what season is this?
This season 4.
I don't think it was season 4. I think it was season 3. Yeah. Because the way she looks right there on season 4, she looks better. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, she did.
Kim looks better on season 4. So this is when she was still wearing that big ugly wig. Go to season 3.
This is season 3. I'm trying to find when it was on.
This can't be this either because
it was it had to be
when it was on the tour.
Is her name Jan Brewer? Let me see.
Yeah.
Jan Brewer.
No, Jan Brewer.
Not Jan Brewer. Who is Jan Brewer?
I don't know. That sounds like something I ate the other day.
I'm sorry, I'm really trying.
I drank the other day.
That's a politician. Wait.
Something Jan.
Singer Jan. Vocal coach. Let's see, vocal.
Jan Gillespie.
Let's see, singer Jan Smith. Jan Smith.
Yeah.
Let's see. It doesn't say which episode.
And I used to pull that up all the time.
The rain didn't mean a thing.
The rain didn't mean that. Right. So is that the name of the episode?
I don't know. Oh my God, yo, we gonna find this video.
She used to say, whoa. Contract player Sheree Whitfield signs on with an ace. Kim Zolciak tries to get her choreography down, and Cynthia Bailey gives Nene lip. So then this must be. See, she's rehearsing for tour.
So was it in the beginning?
But this isn't the season because Kim's wig did not look like this when she used to be in there. Maybe it was. I don't know.
And there's a tightrope or something like that they were singing about.
White Hot packs for her first concert performance. No, she's getting ready for a tour. Hot Mama's Day. Is that it right there, Hot Mama's Day? Is she in the studio right there?
I don't know. That's it.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I hate these commercials. They're so long. Auto-tuned up. That's where it is.
That's the name of it?
Yes, we were on the episode.
Which episode was it?
Episode 10.
What season? 4?
3.
I knew it was 3 because I kept saying the wigs look better on season 4 and that wig was ugly on season 3.
Oh my God, another 90-minute commercial.
90 minutes?
I meant 90 seconds. That's what they said.
Yeah, oh God. Remember how they used to complain when we used to make short videos?
Yes, like
no, they started out complaining when it's too long.
Mm-hmm. They're like, I know this video ain't under 1 hour. I know it ain't 57 minutes. I want my 3 minutes. You know, at first I used to hate it, but you know, I got used to it. They trying to close the store early.
It's 7:33.
Yeah. But we
it's getting nicer
we owed y'all video so y'all can watch us a little bit longer until we find this clip. I'm just mad that they make you watch these advertisements. Well, maybe I'm too cheap to not get the advertisements on them. But you can't even skip them.
It's gonna be nice all this week. 65 all this week.
Yeah, I hope it don't rain this weekend for Pride.
Let me see. It's supposed to rain on Wednesday, but it don't say nothing about rain this weekend, so you're good.
Yeah. Are you coming out to any of the events?
No, why would I?
Celebrate the Pride.
No, I don't want to do that. I don't see none of
It might be somebody new.
Oh, I can't. I'm hosting a luncheon on Saturday.
Word? For your church?
Yeah, I'm the MC, which is going to be really nice.
What's the event for?
It's for the Mother's Board.
Okay.
My pastor's this year he's celebrating his 25th pastoral anniversary as our pastor, and he wanted to, throughout the celebration, he wanted to do something different, and so he decided to honor the Mother's Board. And all of the women that are on the Mother's Board, he has appointed them on the Mother's Board, you know, throughout his 25 years as a pastor.
This ain't the. That's it. That's the girlfriend.
Yeah,
yes, that's it. There we go.
Yeah.
Please just play. Please.
Yeah, that's it. This is it. Go back. Yeah, I think you
Whoa, whoa.
Go back.
I need to
Go back. So from the beginning. No, not all the way beginning, but when she was at the studio. Right.
Tracy, how are you? Nice to meet you.
You as well.
That's the girlfriend. Remember her?
Feeling good? I'm feeling good.
I vowed to never step foot in Jan's studio again, but having Tracy there with me made it a lot
Step foot in there
easier.
again.
So you're going to cut in the swim?
In the next couple of days.
Okay. Well, I know we need to get you comfortable on the track, so let's get you in the booth. Okay, we're going to come sit
It might not be this episode.
Yeah, come on. She's like my
When she
biggest
said
fan.
never step in there again,
I'm not a
she's
fan,
always
I'm a
video.
friend. It's different. Oh my gosh, I'm sick to my stomach. Stop. Yeah, my throat hurts. Stop making excuses.
Of course, I'm not making it. Sit your ass down over there.
Where?
In front of me,
Jan was definitely hard on me like 3 years ago. I just felt so incompetent. But I think now after Tardy for the Party, she's like, you know what, Kim's kind of serious now. And maybe she'll just, you know, take me a little different. She won't be so harsh.
We're going to go for the high one. Okay. Let's just see what happens. I want to see, and then I'll give you a little bit of guidance on that, okay? Okay, cool. Here we go.
No. Whoa. No. Whoa. The ring didn't mean a thing.
I think Kim knows what she sounds like, but she doesn't care. She's laughing all the way to the bank.
Okay, when you're doing the whoa, you're kind of being self-conscious like you're reading off of a page.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the word is whoa, so you don't really need to read that, okay? Let's be honest, okay? So, I want you to go, whoa, whoa, like whoa, whoa, like
Whoa.
Like if I were deaf and I had to read your lips through the booth, what I want you to do is to communicate what you're saying to me just with your mouth. You see what I'm saying? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I need that emphasis lift.
Whoa. Whoa.
Over-exaggerated like that for me, okay? And do the same thing on the high one. And you need to bring your attitude, okay?
Okay.
Here we go, from the top again.
Bring it, girl.
Give her a little bit more.
I was thinking what you said.
Excuse me, you were doing what?
I was thinking what you said.
You were thinking, that's awesome. Here we go.
You were thinking that's awesome.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Look at the girlfriend.
That was better.
No. Whoa.
Hey, right there. That sounds a little pretentious. You know what the word pretentious means? Good, that's good.
Pretentious.
Okay, well, what I want to do is make this as real as we can. On the high, here we go. Whoa. Better. Coming back in on the low. This is the second one.
Whoa. Ring didn't mean a thing. No. Whoa. Diamonds. New furniture. And I'm upgrading my Escalade the next time you act no.
Good, that was
Bought
good.
me a ring to shut me up.
Right there.
Just so you can keep sleeping around and cutting up.
Actually, this is all
I
good.
don't even know what it costs, but it's not enough.
This is good.
For you to keep treating me like
No, what? You want to come in and listen to a couple of things?
Yeah.
All right, go on in.
You did good.
The fact that they would allow
So
somebody to go in the studio,
Back
and waste studio time.
because I want you to hear kind of before you weren't really doing it, and then all of a sudden your voice really came out and did what I was looking for. Okay, not good. All right. Now this is not bad. You're singing the part, but it really doesn't have any personality. Okay.
I feel
Yeah,
it.
right?
Now you start to kind of throw it a little bit. Now watch this. I think it had it happened on diamonds. Okay? No, I do.
It did happen on
I
diamonds.
think that's when you made a turn. Now listen to what happens right here, Kim. You see what I'm saying?
I actually hear exactly what you're saying.
I want you to work hard.
She got a lot of nerve, like she's Beyonce. I understand exactly what you're saying. Bitch, she
If y'all got Hulu, you can watch every last episode of The Real Housewives of
It's not
Atlanta.
funny, Kevin.
Yes, but she tries it. Oh my
But
God.
why somebody would waste time like that?
I don't know, but look at these reunion looks. Oh, this is when they got married.
Oh, I remember.
It was that long ago. 2000, so she got married in 2010. They was trying to hide the. I remember that part too. Yeah, thank y'all for watching with us.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
this didn't seem like a regular video. This seemed like two guys just on camera having fun.
Yeah.
Now,
I have to tinkle. I've been having to pee.
have fun with that. So we're gonna go. Y'all have a good week. We'll be back on Thursday before Pride weekend, and I'll let y'all know all about what's going on.
Because you know he's the official, unofficial.
Oh, it's going down this week. It's going down.
He got a lot of ones, so you can imagine what he's paying for.
Bitch, I'm paying for a lot of things. My dick won't be one.
So.